Listen, your book spoke of an apocalypse, a revelation of what was to come. We lived it. The moment your sails bruised the horizon, the seals were broken. Your first horseman wasn't a phantom on a pale horse. He was a priest on a wooden ship, a cross in one hand, a royal charter in the other. He rode the white horse of conquest, and he called it discovery. His gospel was a papal bull, a doctrine that declared our souls vacant and our lands void. It was the first lie, etched on parchment, not stone. And then came the second on a red horse, drenched in the blood of our mothers and fathers. You called it war. But war has rules, has honor. This was a slaughter, sanctified by a false god you placed on our altars, a pale, bloodless idol you called Jesus. This white Jesus, this was your golden calf. You forged him in the furnaces of supremacy and you bowed down to him. He gave you permission to break every one of your own commandments. Thou shalt not kill. We were not human. Thou shalt not steal. Our world was just wilderness. Your false Christ blessed the blade that cut our children's hair and the chain that bound our hands. And the third horseman on the black horse, he held the scales, famine. He measured the price of a beaver pelt against the life of a forest. He saw a river teeming with kin and declared it a resource. He taught you to count the buffalo until there were none left to count. He turned our gardens into plantations, our sustenance into scarcity. And the fourth, you knew him well, the pale horse of death. His name was smallpox. His name was boarding school. His name was a silence where our languages once danced. He was the 90% killed. He was the mass grave. He was the ghost that haunted the empty spaces in our feasts. Your apocalypse had a beast, didn't it? A seven-headed monster rising from the sea. We felt the heads. The lion of England, the rooster of France, the eagle of Spain and Portugal, the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium. 7 heads, one hunger, devouring our world. But listen closer. We have our own prophecies. My Anishinaabe ancestors sat by the sacred fires and spoke of 7 fires to come. They saw you long before you knew yourselves. They saw the light-skinned people who would come from the sunrise. They spoke of a promise that would be broken. They foretold the time of the 7th fire, a time of such confusion, such suffering, that our people would hang by a thread and the earth herself would weep. Your revelation and ours, they are the same story. Your 7-headed beast is our 7th fire. You were the apocalypse we were warned about. But here is where our prophecies diverge. Yours ends in a final judgment, a city descending from the clouds. Ours does not end. Our prophecy speaks of an 8th fire. It will be lit by a new generation, a generation of the children of the 7th fire. And they will be given a choice. A simple, terrible, beautiful choice. One path is well worn, paved with the shiny stones of your world. The path of material ruin, of continued taking, of the same forgetting that brought us here. The other path is green, and it is hard to find. It is the path to the old ways. The way of the water, the way of the land, the language of the birch bark and the sturgeon. It is the path you, too, have lost. So I do not speak to you now to list your sins. I speak to you as a child of the 7th fire working to light the 8th. I am asking you, you, the descendant of the horseman, the children of the beast, will you help us gather tinder? Will you help us clear the overgrown path? Put down the false idol of your white Jesus and pick up the real teaching to love your neighbor as yourself. We are your neighbors. Renounce the doctrine of discovery and pick up a new doctrine, the doctrine of reciprocity. See this world not as a conquest, but as a covenant. The eighth fire is not just for us. It is for all who live on the back of Turtle Island. It can be a fire of renewal, or it can be the final ember of a world consumed by the first 7 fires. The choice is not just ours anymore. It is yours too. Come, help us build a world where both our prophecies can rest, where the revelation is not of an ending, but of a beginning.